Alright, Mandalore from Maw, going to show you this really stupidly sloppy GAC versus Paul. Few people have been complimenting my Night Sisters counter. It's not even mine, but this Night Sisters counter to GG looks like doesn't work versus GG Newt. I thought, oh yeah, this should work, right? Newt should be easier than Watt or BB-8. It's not. It's really not. Newt with extortion, yeah, does kind of ruins this. Kind of ruins it. Or maybe this B2 just has a crap ton more potency. I don't know. But DACA's still doing her thing so far, but it goes south. It goes south. I think, all right, well, let me at least try to get somebody dead, because it looks like it's going south. And no, it doesn't work, hey? I'm recording this audio a little late. We just got the kits for First Order Sith Trooper, which is a mouthful, and General Hux. Hux lead looks awesome. Awesome. I'm kind of hoping that there will be two somewhat viable First Order teams for the purposes of GAC. Maybe one on D, one for O, or both on D, or both on O, or something. I think it makes Phasma viable again. Maybe not, or definitely not as a leader, but Phasma's advantage going to come in pretty handy with Hux lead, I think. And Hux and First Order Sith Trooper appear to have Sith synergy, so maybe Sith Assassin could become relevant again, because you don't want to steal anybody from any other teams. Maybe Savage or Zavage could be relevant again. By the way, I'm using my Padme GR on this turn meter loaded GG Newt, and it actually goes far better than I could have expected or hoped. So yeah, Hux and First Order Sith Trooper are going to have... I'm calling it First Order Sith Trooper because I don't want people to get confused with the KOTOR Sith Trooper. Have Sith synergy, so... I mean, theoretically, you could throw Sith Trooper on there, but I wouldn't want to take Sith Trooper away from a Traya or a Darth Revan team, depending on what you're doing, or a Palp team. A vanilla Palp team, that is, because I wouldn't be surprised if we get some sort of Palp resurrected character. I definitely think that CG are going to capitalize on him being back in the films, unless it's really just a shade or an apparition. Like, please no Force Ghost or Sith Force Ghost characters in Swigo. Thank you very much. We have seen that Rey and Kylo are going to be some sort of new legendary thing that they're pushing out. I am glad that Kylo, whatever his official name is going to be, or his affiliation in terms of light side, dark side, or whatever. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I would kind of love it if there's some role reversal in this last movie. I know that we were teased with Sith Rey or Dark Side Rey, and people are saying, well, that's too obvious. Why would they give that away if Rey is going to turn to the dark side? That's got to be just a vision, a force vision. And you might be right. But for the fact that that is almost, by the same argument, too obvious an answer. So maybe it's like double reverse psychology. Maybe Disney let us see Darkseid Ray knowing that we would be like, "Oh, that's too obvious. There's no way that's anything more than a force vision." They know that we know that. I'm channeling my Friends right now. If you watch Friends, if you're actually old enough to watch Friends, to have watched Friends. So yeah, maybe it's double reverse psychology. Maybe they know we're going to think that, and maybe they're showing us that hiding in plain sight. Oh yeah, Ray goes dark. Because that would be awesome. I would love some sort of role reversal there. I did really like Ray and Kylo teaming up in The Last Jedi, even though lots of people shit on that. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it gave, well, the lead up to it, and then that gave the two characters a lot more depth. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. Because if you listen to the dialogue, and they're both talking about what they've foreseen in the Force, they each see the other one turning. They're not wrong, because they technically fight on each other's side. By the way, I lose this stupid Grand Admiral Thrawn Troopers matchup because this Kira team is really good. And you'll come to see later that I actually didn't even need to try and use this value win, which is really fucking annoying. So kind of kicking myself there. I should map out and take stock in my teams a little bit better than I have been recently. I don't even really have an excuse for it, honestly. Yeah, so what are you gonna do? So yeah, in their respective Force visions, Rey sees Kylo turning and Kylo sees Rey turning, fighting beside him. And they're both right, technically. They just did not see the full picture. So I would be very keen to see something. Maybe Rian Johnson did not really play on what J.J. Abrams had, the seed that J.J. Abrams had planted in The Force Awakens with Kylo's reverence and deference to his grandfather, Darth Vader. I would really like to see, with Palp coming back, I would really like to see Kylo realize that in his grandfather, Darth Vader's last moments, he tried to kill the Emperor and the Sith, really. So I wouldn't hate seeing Kylo go light or team up with Rey. That being said, I much prefer Star Wars when it's dark and people die, like for real die. Rogue One was probably one of my favorite Star Wars films because it's so dark. I don't think that Disney are going to make a Skywalker Saga trilogy film dark. But if they do, I would love to see a really famous death, and I don't mean Leia, or Lando, for that matter. I want to see a character I want to see a Game of Thrones-esque character that we don't expect or want to die. Yeah, so I wouldn't hate it if either one of them ended up dying, honestly. Especially because I'm pretty sure Daisy Ridley has openly said that she doesn't want to do any more Star Wars movies after this. So, and then, of course, I would love to see some or all of that reflected in the game. I think it's going to be an expensive few months for those of us that pay to play. I'm sure Hux and First Order Sith Trooper are going to be marquees or galactic chases. If they're marquees, please let it be the expanded pack, the minimum 15 shard pack, because I think those are much better bang for your buck if you're going to be spending. And then there's going to be, instead of a hero, I also think that it is a conspicuous change that Rey is not going to be a hero's journey, perhaps tying in with my other theories there. I think maybe I'm overthinking it, but I think that it is a conspicuous change in wording that it's now this new legendary event as opposed to hero's journey, which it had been for Rey. Again, maybe I'm reading too much into that, but yeah. The career that I have chosen for myself in real life, not YouTubing or playing Star Wars, by the way, the career I have chosen in real life has taught me to never believe in coincidence. Yeah, yeah. I don't believe in coincidences. I think that I have to assume that almost everything that I see or read or do is purposeful and has been done intentionally. Maybe not everything, but certainly a lot of things, insofar as we don't believe in coincidences. So, yeah, that's where my head is currently, anyway. I think so. We're seeing 2 dark side characters released. Well, 3 technically with Kylo. We're going to see. I would assume then that we're going to see 3 light side. Of course, one of which will be Rey. Who the other 2 are, I don't know. I really hate additional versions of the same character. Exhibit 5 fucking Han Solos. So, of course, for a legendary or hero, whatever, like Rey, yeah, that's fine. Also, her character arc has had some pretty serious changes over the course of the 2 and I'm sure the 3rd movie. I don't know the name of the actress that has been shown with Finn riding a horse. I don't know the actress's name. I don't know the character's name off the top of my head. I would not be surprised if she is one of the characters we get. I think that Kerry Russell's character is a lightsider, maybe. I think she was described as a scoundrel. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get either or both of those characters. That being said, CG hasn't made a Finn or a Poe since Force Awakens. So what, since 2015, 2016, basically when this game started. So maybe they'll do one or both of those. This is also assuming that they don't make an additional, like I've said 3 and 3, right? It could very well be 4 and 4. This is the last film in the trilogy. It's the last film in the so-called Skywalker saga. I would not put it past CG to capitalize on the wealth of characters in these movies. Yeah, so don't be surprised if we end up with 4 and 4, or heaven forbid 5 and 5, because minchia maronna mia, that's a lot of money for those of us that spend. And it's going to be a lot of pissed off people that aren't going to get the legendaries, because you can be shit sure that they're going to be required for the legendaries. Maybe not all of them, but certainly some of them. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some sort of Palp resurrected. Again, providing he's not just a shade. So yeah, be prepared for 4 and 4. At the least 3 and 3. Hoard that gear, hoard those mats, hoard those Zetas. It'd all be in your best interest to do that. I guess at this point I would hoard relic mats too, because Darkside GOTB is much easier to progress through than Lightside GOTB. I also think that Darkside GOTB is going to be a lot easier to muscle through with just pure GP, even if you're not, 4 out of 4ing the Phase 4 missions. Lightside TB, we're all shit out of luck for the foreseeable future. So might as well hoard your resources and wait for the release of at least 6 new characters. By the way, yeah, I am using a Darth Revan trio of sorts to clean up my mess here. So yeah, those are my not so bold predictions for the very near future. Yeah. Yeah. I really would love Darkside Ray, though. I'm sorry. Yeah, I really would love Darkside Ray. Imagine a Darkside, like, Sith tag Ray. Holy shit. That would be awesome. Yeah. Looking at the Hux and First Order Sith Trooper kits, I'm thinking offense and crit chance for First Order Sith Trooper, because he looks like he's a cannon. I just hope he's not a glass cannon. And then Hux, probably crit chance and speed, because the more he's going, his leader ability is pretty insane. So I'm thinking speed and crit chance. Again, provided he's not a piece of glass himself. A glass ginger. Yeah, so those are my thoughts as they stand now. I'm actually going on vacation for a week, so if you don't hear from me or see any new videos coming up, I'm actually slow releasing some of my GAC videos, because I don't like dropping, well, to the extent that I can avoid it, I don't like to drop 4 videos in one day, because then I blow my load in 1 week and I have nothing for 2 weeks. And of course I was expecting 4 full waves or phases of Lightside TB, so I had anticipated videos for each of those days. Of course that was cut short, so I am trying to slow release. This Ray hits hard. I'm trying to slow release my videos to the extent that I can. At the time of this recording, GAC has in fact ended. So, and I haven't even released, I think, 2 videos from that GAC round. So I am behind on purpose. But that being said, if you don't see anything new from me for a while, it's because I'm on vacation. I live in New York City. I need to get out of here for just a little bit. So, I of course will be watching The Mandalorian while I'm on vacation and playing the game while I'm on vacation. I'm actually going on a cruise and I bought the Wi-Fi package, so don't worry about that. But may not, honestly, there may not be the bandwidth on the cruise to upload and post videos. But as we approach the holiday season, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Those are all the major holidays that I am aware of. So I hope everyone enjoys their December. I really wish that CG would give us free shit for Life Day, which is Christmas. But I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he nor I remember CG ever having given us anything for Life Day. So that's some bullshit. Life Day is like a legit major Star Wars holiday, which is really Christmas. But whatever. I mean, I'm Jewish, but I don't care. Give us Life Day, even though it's just Star Wars Christmas. So, come on. What are you doing, CG? I will say that I was actually at least somewhat pleased with the mea culpa free stuff that CG gave us for having duffed light side TB. I'm pretty sure everybody, regardless of whether you were actually doing light side TB, got those free mea culpa rewards or gifts. I think that was a good move. I'm actually pretty satisfied with that. I know some people were bitching, we need more, but let's not be greedy. They don't have to give us dick. Because we're going to be pissed off either way. At least they did something nice. I mean, it was like 5,000 get one, get two. Listen, I got some gas shards. I got some malevolence shards. I got some gear, or salvage anyway. So we really, let's be real, we only did, quote unquote, 1.5 days work, quote unquote, end quote. And none of us really had all that much success in Lightside TB in the first place, so I was pretty happy to get 5,000 get one and get two. Not convinced we would have gotten 5 and 5 had we completed, or at least attempted to complete, the full TB. So I think I ended up net positive, and not to flex, but if I think I'm net positive being in Mall 1, I feel like most people should be maybe not comforted, but content, at least, with that. Because I genuinely do not think we would have gotten 5 and 5 based on the stars that we were looking at getting. I mean, we got 9 stars in P1. We got 6 stars in P1, and we ended up with 3 stars in P2. Of course, it was cut short, but yeah. Oh, 1876.